What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE and TNA have announced a major deal, and could this be the start of an invasion? AEW stars want out to WWE. Is Logan Paul stepping away from WWE? WWE's return to France? What Raw's runtime will really be? A major WWE legend appearing at Saturday night's main event? Liv Morgan wins a PWI award, Saraya reveals her AEW absence, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. And now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at WWE and TNA announce a major deal. At top of today's news is the announcement that WWE and TNA have now reached a major deal where the two promotions will partner up. And this is not just a one-off, it's a multi-year partnership. Let's look at the announcement and what it could mean for both promotions as well as its fans. Firstly, the start of an invasion. WWE.com announced the deal yesterday, and here's an excerpt from the lengthy announcement. The agreement will enable talent to garner additional exposure across key WWE and TNA programming, including weekly flagship shows such as NXT, which lives on the CW, and TNA Impact, select WWE Premium Live events, and TNA pay-per-views, in turn bolstering their in-ring development with exposure to world-class talent and coaching. Forbes summed up the deal saying, in essence, WWE's announcement of a partnership with TNA makes their already ongoing relationship finally official. WWE NXT, considered WWE's developmental brand, has frequently used talents from TNA over the past year. Most notably, top TNA stars like Joe Hendry and Jordan Grace participated in significant storylines on NXT last year, indicating that WWE has formed a strong relationship with TNA many fans once deemed unfathomable. A fan saw TNA and NXT exchange talent in 2024, leading to some fantastic matches and interest in both promotions. Now, we wouldn't be surprised if last year's crossovers were an experiment to see how things would play out. Unlike past partnerships between the promotion, this one appeared to work because it involved TNA interacting with NXT talent rather than the main roster talent, minimizing the chances of the main roster crushing TNA's wrestlers and making them look weak. However, now let's see how the partnership could play out on WWE programming, as we could have various surprise new Rumble entrants. And there are many possibilities for how this multi-year deal can work out. The most immediate is the Royal Rumble, which could see some TNA names appear in the men's and women's Royal Rumble. WWE likes to throw in a few surprise entrants, and featuring TNA talents could provide further exposure for WWE fans unfamiliar with them. WWE's announced team excels at informing fans on who wrestlers are, treating every show like it's the first time someone is tuning in without overloading established fans with too much information. We could also see the return of former WWE superstars, and this crossover could also lead to several former WWE superstars appearing in WWE, chief among them the Hardy Boys. The Hardy Boys have discussed finishing their career in WWE, but they currently signed to TNA. But that's no longer a problem, as Matt and Jeff, who are currently hold the TNA World Tag Team Championship, can now appear on NXT or even WWE Premium Live events. And you may recall rumors before Matt left WWE for AEW that Matt would finish up his career in NXT. We've also heard rumblings that Jeff Hardy really wants to finish off his career in WWE and be in the Hall of Fame, and even reigniting his feud as a heel with CM Punk. But other TNA talents who could return include Dolph Ziggler, Top Dollar, and Santino Marella. This too could enhance NXT and get the WWE fans to check things out in TNA for fans unaware where these former superstars are. So will they appear on Raw and SmackDown though? And one unanswered question is whether TNA talent will show up on weekly programming of Raw and SmackDown. Now obviously TNA would like to see their wrestlers get greater exposure, but at the same time, company executives may be concerned that TNA wouldn't be pushed on the main roster. At the same time, WWE has its eyes on Joe Hendry and Jordan Grace and will likely make them offers to sign. But fans could see both talents jump straight to Raw or SmackDown even if they're not signed yet. This could benefit TNA to a lesser extent and get WWE fans ready for one or both wrestlers sign. What do you guys think of this partnership? Is this going to be great exposure for TNA, or is this actually a big mistake for TNA as WWE could poach many of their top stars? Next up, AEW stars want out to WWE. Now it looks like some AEW talents now see WWE in a very new light following recent developments in how the promotion has treated former AEW stars. In an exclusive report, Lucha Libre revealed, "Our sources confirmed to us that there are several AEW talents who do not feel comfortable with their role in the company. These talents did not dare to explore WWE as a real alternative due to the feeling of uncertainty of getting lost in the monster system that is WWE." But the report goes on to state a major reason for this change. Others because they had not previously had the television time and prominence that they would have wanted in their past stay in WWE. However, that feeling of uncertainty was eradicated because upon seeing Penta's debut in WWE, those talents who want to leave AEW due to their current role in the company understood that having the AEW brand on their resume becomes a strength and bargaining chip that they can use to their advantage. Penta El Zero's WWE debut has received plenty of praise in terms of the presentation of the luchador as a big deal and the time he was given for his debut. It's worth noting that only a week has passed, so it would be prudent to see how the WWE treats him in the months to come. Nevertheless, there's no doubt that Cody Rhodes' WWE run has been sensational since he returned to the company. Fans may recall concerns WWE fans had that Cody would be stuck in the mid-card or possibly stuck portraying Stardust again. However, the Lucha Report mentioned that at least 2 wrestlers are interested in WWE. Because of this, said talents who are not happy with their current status in AEW are more willing to study WWE as an alternative, with 2 of said talents confirming that they would explore free agency in 2025, specifically WWE. Given WWE's recent partnership with TNA, wrestling fans could see even more top names in WWE than before. Next up, Logan Paul stepping away from WWE. Could YouTube sensation Logan Paul step away from WWE? Paul, a part-timer who has impressed fans and wrestlers alike with his standout performances, may actually take time off if the rumors of a fight against Conor McGregor actually pan out. WrestleTalk noted in December, reports circulated that Paul could potentially earn $250 million in a big money boxing fight against Conor McGregor. The fight will reportedly take place at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai, India. Paul recently discussed the scenario in the YouTube video, saying, "If Conor McGregor wants to fight, we are running it. I mean, bro, it's an epic fight. It would be something I would step away from WWE for a second to go do. $250 million? I've got to take that. If Nick Khan matches that, I'll stay in WWE." Paul was recently drafted to Raw, but he hasn't competed since he dropped the United States Championship to LA Knight at SummerSlam. It's difficult to imagine Paul walking away from a $250 million payday, but at the same time, the odds of WWE paying Paul the same amount just to keep him around are even less than Akira Tozawa winning the Royal Rumble and beating Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship this year. Next up, rumors of WWE announcing a press conference. Now, there's a lot going on with WWE, including a report from WrestleVotes. In similar fashion to last year, sources have confirmed to us that WWE will host a WrestleMania press event on Super Bowl weekend, Saturday, February 8th in New Orleans, the host city for Super Bowl 59. WWE set the bar high last year with its WrestleMania press conference, where it set the stage for The Rock's involvement in Cody Rhodes' quest to finish the story. What surprises do you think WWE has planned for this year's event? Next up, WWE returning to France. WWE Universe fans in France will be happy to hear the news that WWE is returning to Paris in 2025 to air a PLE. Nick Khan recently confirmed this, letting fans know that Paris will host a PLE in 2025. The last time WWE aired a PLE in France, the fans provided one of the most craziest atmospheres in WWE history. As we all remember that moment with AJ Styles' introduction, the cameraman was shaking due to the crowd. This has definitely less influenced WWE's decision to return back. Which PLE that may be has not been confirmed yet. Next up, has Triple H settled on the Raw runtime? Now, has Triple H settled on the runtime for Raw? There have been rumors that WWE has considerable leeway with how long it runs Raw on Netflix, but now the Wrestling Observer newsletter is reporting, from what we've been told right now, and this can and has changed over time, Paul Levesque is looking at 2.5 hours as the sweet spot as far as time of the show. While that may be the goal, Triple H still has flexibility to add to the show as needed, and there may be weeks, especially during the build to WrestleMania, where the show may run a little bit longer. Next up, Liv Morgan wins a PWI award. Congratulations to Liv Morgan for winning the Pro Wrestling Illustrated's Comeback of the Year award for her work in 2024. The long-running Pro Wrestling magazine tweeted a copy of its cover featuring 3 award winners, including Morgan's win, Toni Storm for Woman of the Year, and Mariah May for the Most Improved Wrestler. There's no denying that Morgan had a big year in WWE, not only holding the Women's World Championship, but being the focal point of Raw's women's division. Next up, a major WWE legend appearing at Saturday night's main event. It's good news for Shawn Michaels fans, as WrestleVotes recently revealed on Sportskeeda's Backstage Pass show that we can confirm that there are plans for San Antonio's own Shawn Michaels to be present and appear on the show. We're told HBK likely won't have any physicality to his involvement, but WWE is planning on utilizing the legend in his hometown next week. TC, it's always fun to see Shawn Michaels show up. Hulk Hogan is also scheduled for the show, but it's unclear whether WWE is reconsidering his role following the intense boos he received at Raw's Netflix premiere in LA. Next up, Saraya reveals reason for AEW absence. Saraya is letting fans know that she's been off AEW television for a bit. The former AEW Women's Champion recently blasted someone on X who commented on a photo of her wearing a Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirt. The social media post implied the reason Saraya is off TV is because she's supporting a rival promotion. But here's what she had to say. "You're so moronic. I asked for time off for the first time in my career for personal reasons, and Tony was gracious enough to give me that. Also, I'm a 32-year-old woman. I can wear whatever I want." Saraya signed a 1-year contract extension with AEW, another reason to suggest AEW is happy with her. And finally, CJ Perry undergoes surgery. And last but not least, CJ Perry, aka former WWE superstar Lana, recently underwent surgery for an unknown ailment. And now she's letting fans know that she pulled through surgery, tweeting, "Made it out of surgery, thank you all." While we don't know what the procedure was, we do know that Lana volunteered her time to help people affected by the recent wildfires in California. We're sending our best wishes to CJ Perry for a fast and full recovery. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.